So today I'm installing these cordless vinyl blinds. These came from Home Depot and they cost about $10 a piece. I've got one of them installed up on the window there. And I wanted them to be flush and inset with the casement of the window. And in order to do that, I had to get a little creative with the bracketry. You can see right here's where the bracketry would be. And I started off using these paint stirrers to get a thickness of how far down I needed to space the bracket so it would clear this trim molding here. And I could have just used this, I could have stacked 3 of these together and scored them with a blade and all, but then what I decided to do, I have a table saw handy, so I just ripped these pieces of pine that are the same thickness, and they're cut to fit right up in here like that. And so I can use these to space the hardware off the bottom of the window here to get it to fit flush like that. As you can see, there's been some settling in the house, and this summer I'm going to have to take the windows out and work on the casing to get that squared. But for now, I'm just working on the blinds. But there is an issue with how it's settled. You can see down here there's a big gap. And so the openings the windows are sitting in are not really square. So I'm going to get started on that right now. So I've only installed one of these. I've never seen these before today. But they're really nice not having a cord to worry about. And so I have no idea how long they will last or anything like that. But they're pretty easy to put up and pretty nice to work with. Although this one seems to be missing the hardware. Oh, here we go. It gets stuck in here. So this is the hardware pack. And I'll show you how that works. So inside the package there's 2 metal clips here and a bag of screws. These are Phillips head. Number 2, and it comes with a jig here where you can locate these brackets, how they're going to be on the window frame. That's handy to have. And then there's some instructions here. And then there's this control for the angle of the blinds. You can add that in later. So the blinds will sit, this is the inside. So you want the control will be to the inside of the inside of the room. And so here's the bracket here. It will there'll be one, according to this jig, it'll be placed somewhere around in here. And the way it works is it'll clip in on both sides. About like that. And I'm going to be screwing mine from the bottom, and there'll be a block of wood here to space it down further to clear the trim. So I'm going to get started right now marking where these go and installing. And for my situation, I'm going to get rid of this. This is double-sided tape, but I'm going to get rid of that because I don't need that, and it sort of gets in the way of my marking and drilling. But that is a nice feature if you could stick that somewhere and it hopefully would stay. And so you'll notice there's on this jig, there's a slot here, and that corresponds to the slot here on the bracket. And so what I'm going to do is just actually use the edge of the paper, not the actual slot for what I'm doing. So I'm just going to go up here and locate from each edge. What the slot will be. So then I'm going to pre-drill my wood blocks so I don't have to drill the screw through the wood. And I'm going to mark them. They're going to be sitting up in there like that. But I'm going to pre-drill first. So I've got a drill bit here that's bigger than the screw. And what I'm going to do is just mark these slot centers. I'm going to center it on a piece of wood. And this is not super critical because there is there's a lot of room for adjustment with the slots. But like I said, I just don't want to have to make the screw go through this piece of wood. And I'll go back later and prime and paint this wood, but for now I'm just getting the hardware up. Like I said, I'm going to be working on the windows on a later date. I'm also going to switch this out for a Phillips driver bit. And there's the screws I'm going to be using. So now I'm going to attach these brackets up on the window frame. A stormy gray day out there. So I can get these, could they give you one extra one, so when you drop it, it's not a big deal. I've got a mark here where the edge of my bracket goes. And I won't run the screw all the way in, I just want to hold it kind of loosely up there. Like get the other one going. And then I'm putting the bracket flush to the back side of this trim on all the brackets, so they're consistent. And I like the way the reveal that affords me on the other side. And the way the brackets attach, there's a curl there that goes up, and it's actually labeled in there, it says top. When I get the brackets slid like I want them, then I can lock them down. Doesn't have to be very tight. And then the next step is just to install the blinds here. They hook in at the top and then pivot in and click on these springs. And you can hear it click when it locks into place. And they're nice to just pull them down. And then the last thing you do is just install this little control rod here. And that changes the angle of the blinds. So there you go, that's a pretty simple installation. And these are pretty inexpensive, like $10 a piece. So I did this whole back wall here, the windows, for $20. So this is basically done with these now. You can adjust them down. This is a south-facing window, so it gets a lot of sun sometimes. There you go. It's a pretty good, pretty easy thing to do, I think.